So, breaking news, Rachel Nichols' television show, The Jump. I don't know why people think that it's Rachel Nichols' show, but anywho, ESPN is canceling The Jump. For all those who've been living under a rock, allow me brother to explain. The Jump was a daily program focused centering around NBA news and notes, current events and things of that nature during the NBA season. The host was Rachel Nichols, as well as a panel of ex basketball players or current basketball players coming to the show on a daily basis or a daily appearance. Apparently, ESPN is going to remove this show. And also, in other news, Rachel Nichols has been dropped from covering NBA basketball for the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. So she's not even going to be appearing on Countdown or any ESPN events centering around NBA basketball. Now, a lot of people are speculating that this recent current events has to do with Maria Taylor. There was that leak audio, if you want to call it leak audio, of Rachel Nichols talking about Maria Taylor, not in the best of light. And because of that, that's why ESPN made this move. Because of that, they canceled The Jump, and Rachel Nichols will not be doing any NBA coverage for ESPN. Now, here's my thought. And I've been saying this for a long period of time. I also told you guys what I felt about Maria Taylor. You can check out those videos. I'm not going to say the same thing twice to make this video any longer than it's already going to be. But here's the real reason. Okay? Professional sports entertainment has become a niche market because mostly in the large part of the pandemic. If you also want to throw in racial injustice, I think a lot of viewers are getting tired of seeing Black Lives Matter movements or social injustice, racial injustice, things of that nature. And a lot of fans or a lot of viewers, a lot of people who buy tickets are getting tired of that, as well as the pandemic. I feel like it's a combination of both. And it's focusing sports entertainment into a niche market. It's not a mainstream market like it once was 10, 15, 20 years ago. All right? And the big two are downsizing. Who is the big two? Fox Sports 1 and ESPN. Now, the rest, when you talk about TNT, when you talk about NBC, CBS Sports, there's no comparison between the people I just mentioned to Fox Sports 1 and ESPN. They're the big two. And those two networks have been downsizing for the past couple of years in preparation of, we're still not over this COVID nightmare, this pandemic nightmare, and leagues such as the MLB, NHL, Major League, NBA, as well as the NFL, the major sports may have to reconsider about the up and coming seasons because of this COVID nightmare and this pandemic nightmare. It's scaring a lot of people away. I feel like a lot of these stadiums, a lot of these arenas are not going to be jam-packed like they once was 5 years ago. There's going to be preparation. They're going to have space in between the fans there. And I feel like during this pandemic, it's scaring a lot of fans. A lot of fans are not going to go to these public events anyway. And I just think, people are still trapped in that logic, as well as, even though the woke movement, I think people are getting kind of fed up of the woke movement. But those are the two reasons why ESPN and Fox Sports 1 are no longer, they're downsizing. If you've been looking at their television programming, their podcasts, their radio, their satellite radio programming, Fox Sports 1 as well as ESPN has been reconfiguring things, moving people out of certain programs and placing them in other programs. They're downsizing their programs because of those two reasons. Well, mainly because of the COVID reason. And sports entertainment is not a it's not a cult following for sports entertainment. It's becoming a niche market, a niche concept. Therefore, a lot of people are not spending a lot of money into sports. Okay, you take it however you want to take it, and I feel like that's the main reason why, particularly this story. 5 years ago, sports was booming, and it was the end all and be all. It was the place to be. And you had these the big two, just having programs to fill up time. All right. The Jump has never been a award-winning television program. It has never had a huge cult following. It never spiked in ratings. Okay. It was just another show. Just another show. All right. Just to fill a time filler. All right. And now, since sports is becoming a niche market, and a lot of people just don't have time to watch all the programming and follow it and whatnot, the big two, which is Fox Sports 1 and ESPN, has been reconfiguring how they do business, and they've been downsizing quite a bit. All right. And preparing for the worst. Now, they could be preparing for the future worse, or they are preparing for what they see at the present. And at the present form, you don't need you don't need programming just to fill out the day. If you have to re-air popular television programs just to fill out the day, then that's what they're doing. All right. Undisputed is on early in the morning, then the live show, and then they re-air it again later on that afternoon. Okay. A lot of, and you just got to do what you got to do. So ESPN and Fox Sports 1 saying, look, if we have to replay our popular programs twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, okay, why don't we just do that then, continuing support for shows such as The Jump, Fair Game. I remember a lot of people were talking about Fair Game on Fox Sports 1. What happened to Fair Game now? I believe Fair Game is on their app, but it's not on their television programming. And if it is on the television on Fox Sports 1 network, it's not even on primetime hours. All right. It's just a filler later on at night. Okay. Where no one's watching. All right. So that's what The Jump was. It was Fair Game to ESPN. And a lot of people are going to sit up there and they're already making videos talking about, oh, this is the clap back for Maria Taylor, and ESPN was in Maria Taylor's corner. If there was so much for Maria Taylor would be at the worldwide leader of sports. And ESPN took this opportunity to say, look, let's just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're not going to give Maria Taylor Stephen A. money. She can just go elsewhere, which she is. She's doing NBC. And when you look at Rachel Nichols, we was talking about downsizing anyway. Why don't we just cancel the show, The Jump, and just let her sit, okay? Just let her sit until her contract's up, and she can move on as well. They're not gonna buy out Rachel Nichols. I think Rachel Nichols has a year remaining, maybe 2 years remaining. I'm not 100% sure on her contract. ESPN will literally put her on ice. They may have every once in a while you might see a Rachel Nichols appearance. She might fill in for somebody that's on vacation, or they may put her on assignment. But as far as her doing basketball full time, those days are gone. She also released a statement on Twitter. If you follow her on Twitter, talking about she had and if you look at the tweet, it sounds like it's a goodbye tweet. Like she's just done at ESPN. If you just look at the tweet, if you just read in between the lines, it sounds like to me it's a goodbye at ESPN. She said she had good times at the Jump, and she also sort of kind of clap back a little talking about Jump. Jump was never meant to be a long running show. Yada, yada, yada. And, if you look at her tweet, it sounds like a goodbye tweet. It sounds like she's already knowing what her future is at ESPN. I don't think she has much of a future at ESPN. And if her contract was up at the same time as Maria Taylor, they would be dumping both of these women and let these women and wish these women the best of luck for their future endeavors. Maria Taylor is doing well at NBC. All the Maria Taylor supporters, did NBC give her Stephen A type money? Did they? Because, low key, a lot of people are talking about how, oh, she really didn't say that. Oh, she really did not want that. Yeah. All right. So, you can miss me on that. I'm not hating on Maria Taylor. I just told you flat out, she just not deserving of Stephen A money. And I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to say all women are not deserving of Stephen A money. All right. There's only a handful of people I would give that type of money to. There's only a handful of men and women that I will give that type of money to before I even think about giving it to Maria Taylor. Max Kellerman is not worth Stephen A money. All right. Shannon Sharp is not worth Stephen A money. You could replace these folks. Okay. You can replace these folks, get a rotation of other folks, or find someone else that could be halfway decent, and everything's going to be still fine. All right. So, that's all I got for that. Now, also in I think I should do a second video on this announcement. So, guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.